Okay, we are live. Alright, welcome. Anybody that's watching right now. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different format today. I'm actually using my second HD monitor instead of my Cintiq. Because I'm not doing drawing or sculpting today. So I'm actually going to be using the mouse and doing some 3D modeling with polygons and extrusions and all that good stuff. So, yeah, if you couldn't tell from the thumbnail, today I will be 3D modeling Charmander from Pokemon. Yes, that silhouette was very difficult to figure out. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm pretty much okay to get started. Let's see, anybody watching yet? Alright. So it has been a little while since I've just done straight up poly modeling from the ground up. So hopefully this goes smoothly. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. Charmander is like a very simple character to do. But something I do want to point out with the design I'm using, the design I'm going off of today. So some designs from Charmander have more of a slim neck. Like this one, his head's kind of big and round. His neck gets small, and then it goes into the shape of his body. But I'm actually going to go with this look here, where he doesn't have as much of a neck, and the head's not quite as separated. So this is kind of the version that I'll be working with, as opposed to the other one, where his neck's a little skinnier. I think it's more of a simple shape that that'll be kind of easier to work with, and you know, it's a little less thinking for me. So I guess I will I'll get started. Alright. So the body's kind of a round shape. But I'm actually going to start with a box and see how that goes. Or do that. I'm going to go to the cube method, so that way you draw it out from the center, and it makes all the sides even. So I just hit F4 so you can see the wireframe, and I'm going to make some additional polygons here. Yeah, we'll start with a 4x4x4. It's easier if I just type it in that way. Alright. So in 3ds Max, they have what's called modifiers. It's this list right here. For those that don't know about 3D. I don't know if there's different names for it, like in Blender or like Maya and Cinema 4D or whatever other 3D packages people might use. But in 3ds Max, they're called modifiers. So I'm going to use this one called Spherify. Excuse me. Spherize is what it is in ZBrush. So this just makes it more circular. And these modifiers can be in great help with, you know, simplify, like making shapes quick and easy to make. And this can certainly help out with where I'm going to go from here. I'm going to go down to Edit Poly and just start shaping out the body. And here's another thing too, if you're not familiar with 3D and the viewport system. I have the main viewport, which has a perspective view. I can look at it from all sides. And then it has 3 separate viewports, but you can change them as well. But here's one from the front view, there's one from the top-down view, and this one's on the left side. So let's say I go into the left view. I'm just going to hit Alt-W to pull that one front and center and get rid of the other viewports. Remove some of these polygons around. Yeah, let me take a look at that design again. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull the image back up for the reference. Okay. So yeah, he's got this like egg-shaped body. Like I said, it's been a little while since I've done some poly modeling, especially for a character. Poly modeling like this is a little bit easier for hard surface stuff as opposed to the organic. Oh my god, where's soft selection? There it is. So there's this gradient here that instead of just moving the selected points like this, it moves a little bit of the stuff that's surrounding it. Right. So I'm gonna go, okay, so this is the front view. Focus on that one, and yeah, I'm gonna make this more of a teardrop shape, or egg shape, however you want to think of it. Turn this off. Alright, so this is pretty much it. This is basically the body here. Move some of these points around. Alright. So I'm actually going to duplicate this for the head shape. And then just make more adjustments here so it looks closer to how the head is shaped as opposed to the teardrop body shape. Got this big mouth. And now that I put the head in there, I'm like seeing where I can make the changes to the body shape. Because like I said, this one doesn't have as much of a neck as the other design that I was looking at. But he does have a chin. It sort of sticks out. And the head is kind of huge. Let's see if it, hopefully it doesn't get messed up when I do this. Yeah, it's a little elongated, but that's fine. Alright, yeah, might as well start working on the mouth shape.
Sounds right, boy.
Yeah, I did want to do the mouth so that it's open like it is in the picture. Alright, yeah, I'll come back to the head later. Let me finish the body by building out the tail. I'll throw another edit poly on top of this. It's down the end selection. Okay, that's what's going on. Alright. Okay, yeah, I think that tail's about in the right position. Just need to make this more cylindrical. Yeah, I'm hoping this isn't too boring for anybody that might be watching, because I'm already kind of getting into my perfectionistic tendencies. Um, so hopefully, if anybody is watching, this isn't just like the most boring thing right now. Mhm. Alright. Oh, you know what? This is pretty important. I actually had not saved it this whole time. So, let me do that now, because that'd be really bad if I forgot to do that. So yeah, I'm trying not to worry too much about edge loops and stuff, like the geometry right here, these polygons. Yeah, if you wanted to animate this character, they really shouldn't look like that around the tail, if you want the tail to move. But yeah, I'm not going to worry about that right now. So let me get started on some legs. And I actually should be saving myself some time by doing this in symmetry mode. Well, it's on a modifier. So yeah, let me just do it this way. So that way I don't have to worry about the other side. So yeah, with symmetry, whatever I do to one side, it'll automatically do on the other. That's pretty cool. Makes things, you know, a little bit easier. One less thing to worry about. Okay, so I said I was going to get started on the legs. And let me do that here. So for this, I'm going to extrude from the sides. Yeah, we can do something like this. Oh, that's not right. Whatever, I'll just rotate that. Yeah, see, this is like a situation where the edge loop stuff would really be helpful. Because that's not even close to how the joints would be on the bottom of the legs. And then having this extra line right here kind of makes this, you know, an odd shape. But to fix that, it's not a big deal. Yeah. Alright, let's make another cut right here. Don't worry about all the topology stuff later on. It's going to be a mess. Oh, what is going on there? Yeah, that's definitely the point where I really want to start nitpicking and diving into the edge loops and all that stuff. So I'm trying to make this relatively quick. Once again, I'm not the fastest artist. It's probably a big part of the reason why it's been a struggle for me to get any like jobs professionally. But yeah, okay. Alright, just for the sake of simplicity, I'll extrude the foot here. I'm just gonna hit make planar. Give the foot a flat bottom. And then I'm going to start cutting in some, adding some extra polygons and get a general shape of the foot. Yeah, so when I was still in college, used to, this is what I'd be doing all the time. Um, like before I really, got decent enough to use ZBrush regularly. Everything was polygonal modeling. So this is how I learned 3D for, what, 3 years? And it's kind of difficult for more organic shapes, like I said. Like a lot of this is just messy. And it wouldn't really work for doing things like animation or even just looking halfway decent in the render. But yeah, once I'm done with this, I'm gonna see. I'm probably gonna Photoshop it into that who's that Pokemon thing, template thing that I found, and see if I can get a decent render out of it that fits into that. Okay, I'm gonna leave the feet alone for now and move on to the arms. So I'm going to put the next edit poly modifier underneath the symmetry, so that way it affects, the symmetry stays, this one. So that this edit poly underneath the symmetry is applied to the model. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so if I'm looking at his arms, there's not really any shoulders or anything like that, so see if I can get another image for more of a side view. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make even more of a mess, topology-wise, and just start adding shapes in here. Yeah, if you wanted to animate this, the way it's looking so far, it would be a disaster. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. Let's see, how much of the body do his arms actually take up? Yeah, whatever, I'll just do it this way. Okay. Actually, I can use bevel here. Get a little taper. Yeah, and that is looking more or less like a Charmander so far. I suppose. Alright, so for now I'm gonna go back to the head and actually get some topology in there for the mouth. I do want to have his mouth open, like it is in most of the images I found. And I'm hopefully going to be able to get the eyes in there as well. Which the eyes are a really unique shape. So I'm not sure how well that's going to go. But yeah, we'll see what I can do here. Okay. Yeah, the tip of the nose comes to more of a point. Or, the snout, I guess? And actually, you know what? I'm going to apply symmetry to this one as well. But the head is still separate from the body, so that's why the symmetry wasn't already there. What am I doing here? Oops. Yeah, here's the thing. So this is the thing with doing mouths and eyes and yeah, any of those sort of shapes. There's something called edge loops or edge flow. Let's see if I can pull up. Pull up some images here because it's a little hard to explain. Without a visual aid. So essentially, around the mouth would be kind of this circular pattern with the polygons. And then in order to make the rest of the face, you gotta make those same shapes, those same loops like around the eyes and around the nose. It's a little bit simplified with this character because, yeah, he's a big mouth. Not really an actual nose shape, just kind of, you know, two nostrils, So they got the huge eyes. So I'm trying to figure out how to make the mouth shape so that I can actually get it to where it's open and looks halfway decent. So I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to make it like the messy, disastrous way where the edge loops aren't really considered as much. Okay, yeah, I think that looks halfway decent. Yeah, you know what? Since I think since I'm doing it the messy way, I maybe don't need extra polygons here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright. Oh, I left some stuff underneath here. Okay. Well, I also got an end gun right here, which is pretty bad. Uh, so yeah, another reason you want to use those edge loops, aside from making the model look clean, stuff bending and deforming correctly when you animate. The other thing too is it helps with 3D software, 3D programs, game engines, whatever. They don't like having having polygons with more than 4 sides. So everything is quads and triangles. So this right here is a pentagon, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's a pentagon, which is a big no-no in 3D modeling. What? You know what? Like I said, I'm making a mess here. So it's not going to matter quite as much for what I'm trying to do today. Oh, that is not right. Alright. Yeah, I think I should get the eye shapes in there, but yeah, you know what? I guess I'll just finish what I'm doing with the mouth here. Hmm. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the easiest way to connect this. Once again, I probably don't need to worry about any of this. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to share this with the group. So nobody's watching right now. Except for... I mean, it says I got one viewer. Yeah, this is gonna look pretty terrible. I mean, but hey, that's a Charmander. I don't think there's gonna be any denying that. Ah, Sledge in the building. What's up, man? Yeah, this is what I got for my Charmander so far. Fairly simple, 3D model I got going here. That's a bad YouTube handle. A bad YouTube handle? Oh, what do you mean? Like for the link? Because, yeah, my YouTube channel, it said I can't change the URL for it, like, to actually have my name and stuff on it. Like, it's just got a bunch of letters and numbers and stuff. So I can't change the URL until I have 100 subscribers, which is really annoying. But yeah, this is what I've been working on today. Really simple 3D model. Oh, Sledge Rich. Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, at least I see that I know who's here. So that's good. Alright, let me add some extra detailing here. Yeah, let's try and give the arms a little bit more, a little bit of a better shape. And I'm gonna start adding the fingers. So let me see. Charmander has 4 fingers, I believe. Right. Oh yeah, I do 3D. I mostly do ZBrush now, that's more 3D sculpting. It's not polygonal modeling like this. And the reason for that is like sculpting, because I do it with the pen, it feels much more like similar to drawing and stuff. Which I've been drawing on paper and stuff my whole life, and You know, when I went to college, I did digital painting, Photoshop, that sort of thing, and that was my first couple of classes doing digital media, doing animation, were in Adobe Flash, which was for animating, and Photoshop. So that was before I learned any of the 3D programs. But this right here is 3ds Max, you know, which doesn't have a like sculpting package, or you know, sculpting isn't included in the package. Yeah, if you've ever seen me do 3D stuff before, it's mostly ZBrush. It's mostly sculpting. That's why you probably never seen me do this sort of thing, because I haven't done this exactly in a while. Well, at least not stuff that I really put out there. There is something else I'm working on at the moment, but that's not so much of an entertainment thing as it is just something I think I kind of need to do. But yeah, let me see if I can get the fingers on here and have them not look stupid. Why is it going backwards like that? I'm gonna grab this one. Oh, thanks. Yeah, cool. Oh, you two sit down comedian. It's good. Yeah, when it comes to doing this stuff, there's a lot of like figuring things out and kind of planning ahead, I would say. Let's see if something like this might work. Yeah, I think we have to do it this way, one at a time. Do a bevel instead. Oh, his old Xbox tag. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's do bevel. Um, I was always curious, is math involved in this process? Um, no, not for what I'm doing. Because this is more on the entertainment, creative side. If you're doing 3D modeling for, say, engineering or maybe even stuff like real estate uses 3D now because having the 3D walkthroughs for houses, you would probably need like specific measurements for that. Engineering, mechanical 3D, that sort of stuff would probably require like specific measurements, things like that. Um, Also, some coders, some programmers like that I've met, like doing game development and stuff. Um, they've actually like done procedurally generated environments in some of their games because they don't know how to 3D model like this. So what they do is they program an algorithm into the game, to create basically a random environment that generates on its own, which is pretty cool. And I have no idea how the hell any of that works. But yeah, it's all interesting stuff. It's all pretty cool. But no, I don't need to do any sort of math for this, unless I need specific measurements essentially. So that's basically about it. although now that I'm thinking about it, you mentioned math. A lot of the terms that we use for 3D, at least a couple that come to mind, are actually math terms, referring to like they use geometry, polygons, topology. Like those are all math terms that basically tie into geometry, and I think trigonometry on some level. I forget. I haven't studied any of that in since high school basically, but. But yeah, when I talk about geometry when it comes to 3D, that's like geometry is like edge loops and stuff. I went over this briefly like before you guys joined in. I don't know if I still have the thing up, but let's see. So yeah, when you're making a character, let's say with the face, for example, there are these edge loops. So the polygons, they end up lining up a certain way. You want to make them line up a certain way and get these loops in here, these circular patterns around the eyes, around the mouth and nose. So that when you animate, they deform properly. And the same thing goes for like limbs. Yeah, that image is really small. Anyway. I mean, that's not really important. But see, yeah, with this one, all that stuff's a mess right now. Like, if I tried to rig this and animate it, it would be a complete disaster. It would be none of this would move properly and look right. Hmm. Yeah, I wish this one looked more like a thumb. Uh, Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go back to working on the head and see if I can get these eye sockets in here without messing up the whole thing that I already started. Let me see what the eye shape actually looks like. Oh my god, the render looks terrifying right now. Uh, Let me get more of an angle on that. And make it a little bigger. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick render of this to show you guys. So this is what the render looks like for what I got so far. You actually can almost see the eye shape in there. But yeah, the whole rest of this looks pretty wonky. There's a lot of bad stuff going on with the polygons because I'm not doing proper edge loops or anything. Alright, so I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna save this as a second version, so I can continue from here. Because with 3D, it's a really good idea to have multiple versions of the same file, you know, throughout your progress. Just because, you know, if you need to go back, if you messed something up, it can be really difficult to go back, and sometimes you can't even do that. I'm gonna get rid of all these modifiers, just collapse everything. And then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna attempt to attach the head to the body. So right now they're separate objects. You know, they're independent of each other. So I'm going to try putting these together and actually making them one mesh. Oh wow, yeah, this is a really thick Charmander right now. I did not realize how fat this had made the body. Yeah, even from the front, it's pretty, the body's pretty damn wide. Yeah, this Charmander needs to lose some weight real quick. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, yeah, that's a little better. Okay, definitely want to keep that. Now it looks more like a Charmander and less like a Barney. So that's pretty good. Okay. So back to what I was trying to do before, which was attach the head to the body. Alright. So I intended to, when I started this, I said I was gonna do this version of Charmander, where the head kind of, yeah, it doesn't have much of a neck. It kind of, the head goes straight into the body. That's what I planned to do. I wanted to do this version, but I ended up more along the lines of this, where it does have more of a neck, more of a separation there, which is kind of the opposite of what I wanted to do. Also, I did 4 fingers, whereas the other version that I was just looking at has 3 fingers. So yeah, I meant to do this one, and I did this version. Unintentionally. Alright, fun stuff so far. Alright, so I think the next thing I want to do is add in those choppers. Add these little teeth. And I guess I'll add the toenails as well, because those are going to be similar shapes anyway. Hey, JD in the building! Mr. Pearson, what's going on? So I got my Charmander. This is what I've ended up with so far. You know, really simplistic. Really bad topology at the moment because I was just focused on getting the general shapes. So you would not be able to animate this in its current state. At least if you want your animation to look decent at all. So, yeah, like I said, next order of business, I'm gonna make the teeth. And 3ds Max actually has this this cone shape. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to work with. Just throw it out there. I mean, this is a low poly model, so the teeth aren't really going to be that detailed. I mean, you know, you're not going to see them up close. I mean, you know, nobody's going to examine the teeth and see the actual detail and stuff. So all I'm going to do with this, just give it a little bit of a curve. And I could actually collapse these as well. And then the other thing, you know what? I probably should have given this an even 6 sides. Actually, you know what? I'll make it 4 sides. How about that? Simplify it even further. Alright. So we have our tooth. Let's shrink this down a little. Alright, so the upper teeth are a little bit bigger. They're kind of, towards the corners of the mouth. And then the bottom teeth are smaller and a little bit more towards the center. Ah, you were taking a nap earlier? Yeah, I actually did the same. Yeah, when I messaged you earlier saying I was going to do this tonight, I actually wanted to do it like, maybe an hour after that, but I did pass out for a little bit, and then when I woke up, my mother was replacing something on the toilet, and I had to help her with that. So that's why it took me so long. That's why I didn't get this done until now. Yeah, I think that orientation's pretty good. So I'm just going to use the mirror tool. It's not really a tool, it's I don't know what to call it, but button, I guess. Ah, the endgame watch party. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with the watch parties. Yeah, he usually does them a little bit on the late side, and I'm kind of get wrapped up in other things. Plus I don't feel too bad about it, like on a personal level, just because like, hey, I've seen those movies, and I mean, yeah, watching it with them, being supportive and stuff, that's all well and good, but I need to get my sleep too. Yeah, it's facing the wrong way. Alright, so I'm going to take these and mirror them over to the other side as well. Actually, you know what? I'll combine this into one. Alright. Or mirror them. Release. Okay, that should do it. So now when I mirror this, they're going to be on the exact right side of the mouth. Let's see. 2, 1, 10. Wait, what are the 1 and 10? About 10 minutes. I'm recording my reactions to the films. Yeah. Yeah, I know you said, I know you've been doing those. How's the editing and stuff going with that, though? Because it seems like it would definitely take a long time. Alright. I'm gonna have to do this a different way. There we go, that looks more like a claw. Yeah, I think that'll be good enough. So let me make sure I got this right. Yep, it's got three claws on the feet. Actually, let me change the name on that. Yeah, that's good. I mean, at least you like you had sort of a plan for it, and the timing worked out. I mean, now it's just a matter of like you know, getting the editing done, making sure you're able to put everything out there. Oh my god, where is what am I doing here? Attached. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, just for fun, let's see how this looks if I actually add some color. I mean, it's not gonna really be any texturing, like, at all. But let's just see. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a Charmander, right? That's like the most simplistic, like crappy looking Charmander. I mean, you can't see the bad geometry, the bad polygons, just from this image. I mean, you can a little, like around the mouth. There's an edge right there, right there as well. Yeah, near the stomach. I mean, it's not terrible, but if I added more lights in there, this thing would look ugly. Alright, so I'm gonna take all that off. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to add a tongue in there as well. Let's see, how do I want to do that? Guess I'll do it with the box and use the Spherize modifier. Or Spherify. Spherify, that's what it is. Yeah, ZBrush is where it's Spherize. Keep forgetting, I barely use Max anymore, so keep making those mistakes. I could probably do like... Yeah, I think that's probably going to be a decent size. Yeah, his tongue looks huge right now. We'll see how it actually fits, though. Yeah, you know what? I don't think it's that bad. I think this is actually alright. Well, you know what? I will give it a little more shape. Oh yeah, I can help you with some 3D stuff. Yeah, I mean I haven't done this in a little while. But you know, I spent all those sleepless nights doing this stuff at AI, so yeah, a lot of the muscle memory is still there. It's just kind of taking me a little bit longer than it might have had I kept up on my practice. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, the tongue came out alright. Okay. I'm going to try to add some eyes. But I do want to fix these eye sockets first. These are not going to work when I try to fit the eyeballs in there. Need to figure out what's the best way to go about this. So I'm going to have to make some changes to the edge loops around the mouth and stuff too. Alright. So let me just start here. Where is it? I'm going to add some more polygons here. Of course, it's gonna look just a little bit creepy with not actually having the eyes in there.
Check the mic and make sure it sounds right, boy.
Alright. Tongue, got the... Yeah, the edge loops on the eyes, I'm gonna have to redo those eventually. The eyes should definitely be bigger, at least taller. But if I just do this, it's going to smush down the nose part a little bit too much. But you know what? I think that's, I considering, like, I haven't actually done a character with polymodeling in so long, and I'm still, like, kind of getting a feel for, you know, getting the feeling back, getting the vibe back. I think it's turned out okay overall. I will actually probably continue this next stream. Yeah, because I actually had some fun working on this. Let me just see if I can grab a quick render. Before we go. Oh man, that looks hilarious. But you know what? I can't be mad at the progress I made today. I can't be too upset with myself. Like I said, it's been too long since I tried doing this, and I'm definitely a little out of practice. Now this came out okay in the end for what I got. So I'm gonna save this PNG. Alright, so yeah, next stream I'll pick up from here. And I'm going to end up doing some actual edge loops and you know, fixing the topology. I actually don't even know how many polygons I got so far. Oh yeah, 694 polygons. That's not a lot. This is very low poly. But yeah, I'm gonna fix some of the topology. Yeah, clean that up, like so it's actually functional. You know, get rid of these n-gons here, the pentagons that I mentioned. I mentioned before. Like there really shouldn't be triangles here. Also that. And next time, hopefully I'll be able to clean that up real quick, and then can get some actual textures going and add in the eyeballs. Yeah, I also want to fix the face right here. But like I said, the eye sockets are way too small as of now. But yeah, I think that'll be where we start from next time. All right. So with that said, you know, thanks everybody who joined me. Good having you here. You know, all my other social media plugs, they're down in the description. On Facebook, Sumdude Doodles. And on Instagram and Twitter, it's AnthonyN617. So yeah, once again, check the description if you want to look up my other social media. And thanks for joining me today. All right, good night, guys.